Still alive, but he is the late Jeff Taylor, candidate for Congress in is it the 17th still?
17th Congressional District.
17th Congressional District. So many of you have called me from time to time and say, wouldn't it be nice if we could defeat Sam Farr? Well, this is the guy who is set out to do it. We're going to talk with him in about a minute. Right now, Dave Michaels needs to bring us up to date on traffic. It is 20 minutes past 5 o'clock at KSCO. And Jeff Taylor is with us live from Carmel. Sir, thank you very much for taking time out from your busy afternoon to join us. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for giving me a call.
Absolutely. Now, Jeff, you're running against Sam Farr. He's been in office for quite some time. First question, running for Congress is not beanbag. Why are you doing this? What motivated you?
Because I have three kids, and I'm sure they're going to have children at some point in their lives, and I want to help create the environment, at least the environment and the opportunities that I had growing up as a kid. And I see that the way things have been going in the last 8 years, but especially in the last 2 years, government just keeps getting bigger and bigger. It was getting bigger underneath the Republican administration. It's getting extremely big under President Obama's administration. I mean, they've had 23% growth in the size of the federal government in the last 2 years.
That is astonishing, isn't it?
At the same time, we've had how many percent loss of growth in the private sector?
Oh, yeah. We've actually lost GNP, and we have not yet recovered to where we were before the economy fell off the cliff. Normally, if you have a serious recession, you have a bounce back. This time, we're not getting any bounce back.
Well, we won't get a bounce back with the policies that are being implemented. That's why we need a significant change out there in Washington, D.C. People that want to be truly representatives of the constituency in their communities and listen to them. Don't turn off the Washington fax machines and the emails and the phone systems like they did during the health care bill, remember?
Oh, yeah.
They just shut everything down because they had so many people calling saying, stop the presses, don't do this to us.
They had simply made up their minds that they did not care what we thought and that this is something they were going to do. That's what was so astonishing about that was normally Congress actually pays some attention to what the people think. And I don't know if you saw this or not, Jeff, but they did a poll recently, something on the order of 70%. You've heard of the phrase government by consent of the governed?
Yeah.
Something like 70% of the American people today don't believe that our government has the consent of the governed. Well, let me ask you another question. Sam Farr has been in office for 17 years. He's pretty well entrenched. He raises a lot of money, et cetera, et cetera. What makes you think you can beat him?
Because of the will of the people. I truly believe that the times are changing. And 4 years ago when I felt moved to do this, I just felt like we needed to make a change in the way we communicated about things and what we believed in and what we actually acted on as a country. I see a tremendous, at that point 4 years ago, and I still see it, a tremendous lack of respect and reverence for our Constitution that our forefathers fought so dearly for and worked so diligently on to create the more perfect union. And that impassioned me to read and start studying about the Constitution of the United States. And we just are getting farther and farther from the core principles year by year. And we need to get back and focus on the specifics. And that will help bring us back to recovery.
That'll be a novel concept, a member of Congress who actually pays attention to the Constitution. Do you think maybe this idea will spread?
Oh, I think it's spreading across the country. I mean, the Tea Party is bringing this thing to the forefront in a significant way. And I don't know how many of your listeners watch Glenn Beck at 11 o'clock at night. I know it's a little late, but what he's been doing in the evening and just showing all the history of the country, how committed we were to our faith and Judeo-Christian principles, and it's those principles that created strong business practice principles, and the whole world had a lot of faith. When they knew that they were dealing with the United States, they had faith that they were going to be treated fairly and properly, and they invested their money. And that's why our country became so so prosperous, I believe.
Absolutely. America became a place where people understood that they get a fair shake. Alexander Hamilton was the guy who set that up.